Over the last year, few animes have been slated more for their poor animation than Dragon Ball Super has. Heck, even I talked about the premiere arc's poor animation. Does Dragon Ball Super have any good animation to showcase? Does it outweigh the bad? The answer is, of course it does, but you'll have to decide for yourself. I, however, think it's high time I drew some attention to the great animation this arc had to offer. It's a subject not many have praised in video, but alas, I shall boldly go where few have gone before me. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Super, and I'm going to show you why. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the top 10 best animated moments of Dragon Ball Super's Battle of Gods arc. Number 10. The Fiery Eyes of Chi-Chi, Episode 1. In my previous video, I aimed some of my criticism at how at times the characters depicted in the series were, quote, off-model. For a drawing to be on-model means the drawing has to match or resemble beyond any reasonable doubt the original designs for the character. And you guessed it, those original designs come from the head honcho himself, Mr. Akira Toriyama, who is still working on the show today. And while Krillin's loss of 12 inches still escapes me, this scene showcased Chi-Chi to absolute perfection, featuring some beautiful fire animation on the eyes, also noting how the view slowly swoops in as her face slowly turns. Some nice movement in the hair as well. This scene might not be as flashy as others on this list, but I'm a sucker for beautiful, expressive animation. Capturing that kind of emotion mixed with a slow motion turn is not easy or cheap to animate and was masterfully produced by the talented Katsuyoshi Nakatsuro. Thank you very much, sir. Number 9. Vegeta's Gravity Chamber Training, Episode 2. Taken from the same episode that featured Vegeta's family vacation, this sequence in the Gravity Chamber showcases some light combat animation mixed with some very accurate art. Some might not agree that I take art into account when looking at the animation, but animation, no matter how great, is useless if the characters do not look like the characters. But this scene delivers in a surprisingly big way and, I gotta say, produces some nicely drawn hands to boot. Angles we don't normally see, dynamic, exciting movement, and it was all thrown together with some on-point artwork. Yuki Hayashi and Osamu Ishikawa, arigato to you, sir. Number 8. Goku's Entrance, Episode 8. Remember in the last episode when I criticized Vegeta's fight with Beerus in Episode 8? Calling it hokey, lacking in flow and energy? Well, I guess we know where the budget for that went. Taken from the very same episode, this is an awesome entrance for Goku, given a full 360-degree panning shot at various angles and distances. Some very nice hair animation, and again, excellent artwork. The icing on the cake, however, being Goku's descent. Again, everything is on model and the animation looks spectacular. They could have taken the easy and cheap way out by using a section of that, looping it while scaling the same animation up, creating the illusion that he is moving closer and closer to the camera. But instead, thank God they decided to draw new frames as he moved closer to the camera, giving it a more grounded, organic feel with much more energy and personality. Mr. Koji Nishizawa, take a bow. Number 7. Goku vs. Beerus, Episode 11. Okay, this won't be the last time this fight features in this list. Taken from Episode 11, it also won't be the last time that Mr. Naoki Teite's name will be mentioned either. Now one of Toei's most prolific animators, he is slowly becoming one of my favorites too. What he might lack in detail is more than made up for in his action sequences with facial and body expression, taking liberties with the anatomy of his characters to create a scene that is truly a unique sight to behold. The scene in question features a great Kamehameha with a unique angle and some truly spectacular dust clouds and explosions. I could gush all day about this guy, but instead I highly recommend you check out his work for yourself. You won't regret it. Number 6. Alien vs. Dino with Transformation, Episode 2. Oh hey Yuki Hayashi, fancy seeing you again. This might not be one of the moments many of you were expecting to feature on this list, let alone so high up. Heck, I bet some of you don't even remember it. But this sequence taken from Episode 2 is pretty amazing, featuring nice composition, contrasting colors, and a crazy good fire sequence. Not to mention we get a nice bit of action too, topped off with a surprisingly good transformation, given the level of importance this scene holds in the series. Regardless of how important you think it sure is pretty, so sit back and enjoy it. Number 5. Goku vs. Beerus, Episode 10. Following the controversy surrounding Episode 5 and a disappointing Vegeta fight in Episode 8, this arc's penultimate battle between Lord Beerus, God of Destruction, and Super Saiyan God Goku needed to deliver in a big way. And boy oh boy did Osamu Ishikawa help do just that, delivering scene after scene with stunning animation, complex aerial fight sequences with great camera work. I particularly enjoyed the moment Goku was taken aback by just how fast he was. spiraling out of control, flailing wildly. It was a very nice touch. All in all, it's one of the strongest episodes from an animation perspective, I think. At times, certain characters looked a little off model in my opinion. Not a huge amount, but enough to push our next clip ahead by a nose. Speaking of which, number 4, Vegeta's Vacation, Episode 2. Here he is back again with some more stunning animation, Mr. Naoki Tate proving that Toei has some truly brilliant animators, making a splash with some great water, cloud, and aerial animation. Although brief, this scene demonstrates exciting visuals in a way we don't often see, and in what was a pretty laid-back episode too. The animation was supervised by Osamu Ishikawa, and I have to say it's probably the most solid episode on this list if you're talking about animation. Beautiful color, great composition, everything is on model, and the movement is flawless. This one is definitely going to be hard to beat. Number 3, Goku vs. Beerus, Episode 13. The second last episode of this arc delivered a smorgasbord of tasty animated goodness, most notable of which from one Yuya Takahashi, taking inspiration from Naotoshi Shida, who was responsible for this masterpiece in the Battle of Gods movie in 2013. Paying tribute to an incredible animator, Yuya proves that he too is no slouch when it comes to the illustrated moving picture. He knows just how to frame a shot and knows exactly the right notes to hit to bring the audience on a ride to remember. There is real talent here, and I hope to see more from him in the episodes to come. Great episode overall, with some great, incredible, memorable artwork. Number 2, Goku's Kamehameha on King Kai's Planet, Episode 5. Before I get slated for having the ugly stepchild of scenes as my number 2, allow me to explain myself. While this scene is, by and large, bad, there is one jewel in this ocean of junk. Animated by the talented Ken Otsuka and overseen by Naoki Tate, this one short scene demonstrated exactly what I look for in a Dragon Ball sequence. Action, intensity, emotion, and explosions. It's probably the clip I look at most from this arc, and for good reason. It may be short, but the expression, contrast, framing, energy, and excellent artwork come together to produce something truly special. This was one of the few moments I think the arc actually did better than the movie. This is one of my favorite clips of the entire series, and it has earned its place as my number 2. Honorable mention, opening animation by Koudai Watanabe. As an honorable mention, I decided to show some appreciation to Koudai Watanabe for some of the animation that is used in the opening credits of the show. What you might not have known was that he is responsible for some of the best animated moments of Dragon Ball Z's Resurrection of F movie. Thank you for that, Mr. Koudai Watanabe. Number 1, Goku vs. Beerus Finale, Episode 14. Coming in at number 1 is the last episode of the arc, coincidentally, featuring the climax to the Battle of the Gods. After working on shows like One Piece, Episode of Bardock, and the Battle of Gods movie, which is animated incredibly, go watch it, Ryu Onishi shows us exactly why he is one of the best animators in Japan today. Packed to bursting with energy, high-octane action, and even some underwater combat, this episode has it all and measures up next to many of Dragon Ball Z scenes. There isn't anything I can really complain about when I watch this. It's just simply gorgeous animation. For me, Dragon Ball has always represented fun, action, expression, freedom. It's a world where we can all believe that people can fly and do incredible things. It's a place I got lost in as a child, and as an adult I can say it helped shape the man that I am today. When times were at their darkest, I could always draw and escape back to the world that brought me so much joy and excitement in my youth. It's thanks to Dragon Ball that I am studying animation in college, and why I'm following my dreams. It has always been my favorite show, and it still is today. I hope that at least some of my excitement and enthusiasm for the series came through in this video. It's a great arc with some brilliant animation, and I hope I encourage some of you to give this arc another chance. If you guys would like to see more lists like this one, please subscribe for more. I've been Totally Not Mark, and this has been the 10 best animated moments of Dragon Ball Super's Battle of Gods arc. Thank you so much for watching.